Hey everyone, this is Eric with HDM. I've got my bike apart today. It's Memorial Day and it's raining here in Kansas, and I figured I'd throw this quick video together for you guys. Hopefully, you might learn something, or just help you troubleshoot some of one of the common questions that I get from the customers on the phone, and that's how to check for the PCB boards, whether or not it's the boards that are failing, or potentially it could be the wiring. I mean, the handlebar wiring goes through and then underneath the gas tank, through the backbone, down into the battery tray. And as these bikes are 15 years old, 10 to 15 years old, it's not uncommon if a wire's rubbed a little thin somewhere, especially under the gas tank. So what this check that I'll show you guys is basically how to confirm that the wiring is good from the hand control all the way down to the activating piece. So your turn signals, your brake lights, or your on off or start on the right hand board. And this same procedure can be done exactly the same on the left. So we'll just do the right just to save time and effort, but I just figured that this might be beneficial for you guys. So one of the first things is once you pull this apart, I'm by myself, and what I did is I just did run some good 3M painter's tape across the hand control housing. That way you can just pull it apart and you don't have to, it kind of stays there for you, so you don't have to take everything completely off to do this. So one of the other things is that, here's, I'm sure most of you have seen, here's the PCB board that goes in there. So once and when you get it out, you can just, press the buttons by hand, and you should be able to get a firm click on them. And if you're not getting a firm click, then it's probably they are getting worn, or it could be that firm click actually wasn't available on some of the 04s and the early style ones. So all these boards are on the 04 and up bikes. And the other thing is that on top of that PCB board, there's a rubber membrane, and the rubber membrane goes on top of the board. And occasionally this will wear out over time, and the rubber membrane might be so worn that you're not able to get the firm press on the buttons. So it may just be the rubber membrane that needs to be replaced rather than the entire switches. And you're able to buy the rubbers and the buttons separately, and rather than getting the whole switches. So it would be good whether it's the PCB boards or just the rubber membranes. You should do both sides at the same time. Obviously, if the one's worn because of the time, then it's just a short time before the other one's going to go. So, and but here we'll get to the testing on this. So basically, you've got this. Here's the 6-pin connector that goes in there, and you've got an orange, a brown, a red, a blue, a green, and a black. And the orange is the brake, the brown is the right turn signal, the red is the run, the blue is off, the green is the start, and the black is obviously the ground. Hopefully you guys could have saw that, but you'll see it when you pull it apart. Now, the easiest way to basically test this wiring is, in my opinion at least, and there's a few different ways you could do it, but I just have created this little jumper wire. It's about 5 inches long. It's got some male JST connectors on the end of it that will fit right into this pin. The pin's actually a Molex connector, but these fit right in. And just put together a basic JST connector kit with male and female wire end connectors, as well as 2 and 3 pin male and female housings. Those are the ones that are most commonly found on the bike. And as you guys are working on these bikes in your garage, you probably need, occasionally you might need a new JST connector. And so we put a basic kit together for you guys. So now to get to the testing sequence, you can slip this one of the ends right into basically the ground. So it's the black on the ground, and after you do that, then your next thing would be go ahead and turn your bike on, turn the key switch on. And you can see my tack just lit up there, so the key switch is now on. And what we'll do is we'll check the easy ones first, and that way we can kind of just go through the sequence here. But the orange is the brake. So when you hit that, what you can see is you should be able to see your rear brake lights illuminate. I can't move my shitty camera to show you guys. Other than that, it would screw up, but I did see my rear LEDs get brighter. So the next one is going to be the brown, which is your right turn signal. So when you activate that, you should be able to see your right turn signal on your front housing and your rear housing illuminate. And then you guys can probably see it on my tack board, the right turn signal is illuminating a little bit. I think it's hard to see on the camera, but and then so once you do that, you can you pull it out, and mine's still blinking, and that's because it's on the delay. So if you click into it again, that should turn it off, and it did. You guys can probably see that on the board. So the next one is the red, which is the run. So when you do the red for the run on the 04 and up bikes, which this one is, you'll see the red light illuminate for a second on the Thunderheart and then go out. On the 05 and ups, the red light on the Thunderheart will actually illuminate and stay lit. So that's something for you guys to check on the run. And the next one is the blue, which is the off. And so again, you'll see either the light, you should be able to see the light go off on the 05 and ups. On the 04 and down, the red light on the Thunderheart was already off anyways because it's only on for a second. But you should probably be able to hear it click. It will click. The next one is the green, which is the start. Obviously, make sure your bike's in neutral. One of the reasons why I've got this whole bike kind of up on the lift today and taking it apart, my neutral light is actually not working. I think it's a neutral switch, so I've got to play with that. But my bike is in neutral, and actually the back tire is off the ground. But what you want to do is go ahead and activate the run first. So that's the red. And again, you should get back to the red light lighting up on the ignition module. And then the next one is that green start button. And so the green is really close to the ground. So instead of sticking it in the hole there, I would go ahead and hit it from the front. You only need to hit it for a second. You should be able to hear your starter turn over. And then that way your bike doesn't actually start, and then you gotta hit the blue for the off, or turn the key. So here's this real quick. And installed there but I tried to just run it real quick. And so that's basically how you can test your wiring all the way down from the PCB boards all the way down. And obviously turn your key off when you're done with your test. And but that's the easiest and quickest way to test these things. And if your bike checks out like mine did, I didn't have an issue with the PCB board before I took it apart. I just wanted to do this video for you. But if you've got an issue with the board, but everything checks out on the little test that I just went through with you guys, then it is the boards that's definitely causing you the issue. Now, if something doesn't check out during this test, so let's say your blinker didn't work for whatever reason, then you know that there's a wiring issue, and it's not the actual switch. So that's something for you guys to kind of look at, and then you'll have to figure out where that issue is. I mean, as far as a turn signal, it could be in the front, rear, it could be down the backbone through the handlebars, could be anywhere. So just real quick and dirty way for you guys to check this, and because I'd rather have you make sure you guys get the right part to fix your bike. And if you got any questions, just give me a call, and we'll try to get this figured out for you. All right, I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe Memorial Day, and thank you to all those who served and who are serving, and that's it. All right, I hope you guys like this shitty video. All right, talk to you later.